you ever wondered in your business as you're moseying along if there were any shortcuts that you could take in order to speed up your business success? Absolutely. Absolutely, there are some shortcuts. So today we're going to talk about the 4 shortcuts that you can take in your business in order to go a little faster. Let's take 2. All right, so let's talk about the 4 shortcuts that you can take in your business to kind of rev up that business success. Number 1, take a look at the others in your field who you really like, who you want to adapt your style to. Now, should you steal their content? No. Should you take their stuff and turn it into your own? Also, no. You'll want to be original, but that doesn't mean that you can't take certain aspects. Do you like the way they do their videos? Do you like how they hold their trainings? Do you like the formatting of their free offers or their courses that you have taken? Do you like the way they schedule out their content? Do you like the images that they're using? You can take all of those things and make them your own. Use your own words, create your own courses or products or offers or emails. Do not take verbatim what they do. Okay. There's a lot of that going around. So just want to be very, very clear. When I'm talking about following those you want to be like and adapting, I mean truly, truly adapting, completely revamping everything so that it sounds like you, so that it is your strategy, so that they are your points. But by mimicking what somebody else does, you can absolutely speed up your business success so that you can hurtle ahead. After all, it's exactly what we do in college and in elementary school, middle school, high school, in business classes. We learn from those who we want to be like. We learn from those, we get mentored by those who are making the living we want to be making, or living the life that we want to be living, or seeing the successes that we want to see. We take those aspects and we can make them our own in our own businesses. So I look at my mentors' videos and I like how they are under 15 minutes. There's nothing more irritating to me than having to like sit on really long videos, especially on YouTube. So I try very hard, especially since you're my ideal people, you have very limited time. I try to keep them under 15 minutes. Sometimes there are a few that will sneak up or go over, and they're really important points. But for the most part, my videos are 10 to 13 minutes long, and that's it. Short, sweet, to the point. I love that about my mentor. He can get to the point like that. There's no filler, there's no fluff, there's no woe is me story. It's just, hey, here's the problem, here's the solution, let's get you on your way. I love that, and I have adapted that to my own. I've done that a long time, but I like how he does it a little better because he cuts out even more. So as you guys have seen, as my video channel has grown, I have gone from more story related to much more point related so that you can take what you need and get on with your day. Number 2, slow and steady wins the race. I'll say that again. Slow and steady wins the race. Well, yes, in point number 1, I want you to take and mimic what they're doing. Does not mean that I want you to take exactly what they're doing and go do it. For those of you guys who are watching me and you see me on YouTube, you see me in your email, you see me on Facebook, you see me on Instagram, you see me on Pinterest, you see me on TikTok, you see me on LinkedIn, that didn't happen overnight. It did not happen overnight. That has taken a long time to ramp up to. I started with one social media platform. I started on Facebook. That's where I got really consistent. That's where I got really good. That's where I got really, really visible before I ever considered branching out into any other platform. If you guys are new here, you guys know, or if you guys have been here before, or you guys are new, number 1, don't forget to hit the subscribe button. Go ahead and ding that bell for notifications. New content comes out every Monday at 9. But my channel is relatively new. Now, I've had it for a really long time, but I didn't necessarily do anything with it until about a year and change ago. And it has been a progressive, ever-changing path. This is an entirely new world for me. This is entirely new platform for me. I'm still very much learning, just as you guys are probably with Instagram or with Facebook or LinkedIn or Pinterest or all of the other stuff. I have a really good handle on all those other channels. YouTube is forever changing and forever a learning process. So do I recommend this being your first platform? No. There are a lot of components that go into running a YouTube channel, and I, to this day, I'm still learning. I am not an expert in YouTube. I am very thankful to have an amazing YouTube manager and editor. You can check her out if you're looking for YouTube help. It's Freddie. But when I say slow and steady wins the race, build up to that person that you're following, build up to that person that you're mimicking. Because if you try to go balls to the walls, you're going to burn out and you're going to stop. Okay. If you are trying to mimic me and you're trying to show up on Instagram and on Facebook and on Pinterest and on TikTok and on LinkedIn and on YouTube and in the emails, you're going to be like, oh my God, what the hell? I don't like this. It would be exhausting. It would absolutely be exhausting. And you would be like, you know what? I'm done. I'm absolutely done. So master one piece at a time. Master a social media platform. Master your email list. Move on as you go. Build up as you go. Number 3, create consistency. What I want you to do is I want you to pick 2 days. Two days. Let's say Tuesday and Thursday. Okay. Just picking random days. I want you to pick 2 days and I want you to show up every single Tuesday and Thursday at a specific time. So let's pretend 10 o'clock, Tuesdays and Thursdays. Every Tuesday and Thursday, you are going to show up on your social media platform of choosing at 10 o'clock. And you're going to do that for 4 weeks. If you miss a week, you start again. Consistently. When you are consistent, you are going to get following. You are going to get attention. You are going to get people coming to you, and they're going to depend on you being there at a specific time on those days. If you miss a time, you start again. I did this on my Facebook group for a really long time. I used to do Wine Wednesdays at 9 o'clock every Wednesday for about a year and a half. And then my kiddo got a little bit older and bedtime got pushed, and that really wasn't feasible that I could have Wine Wednesdays. So I made a switch. But every Wednesday during that year and a half, people expected me to show up for Wine Wednesday. They expected me to be there to give advice, to give help, to listen, and I was. And when I couldn't do that anymore, I made a transition to Tuesdays at 1 o'clock in Mommy's on a Mission. If you're not there, go ahead and come join us. Link for that is below. Every Tuesday for almost 3 years, I went live on Tuesdays at 1 o'clock in my group without fail. I went live during Hurricane Irma. We had evacuated. It was super stressful, and I still showed up. I still showed up because I did not want to lose that momentum. I did not want to stop. Once you start creating that consistency, people expect you to be there. Then you can start to add in days to that schedule. So right now you're showing up on Tuesdays and Thursdays at 10 o'clock. So once you're doing that for 4 weeks, add in another day or two. So maybe you're going live on Mondays at 10 o'clock. You're doing posts on Tuesdays, Wednesdays, and Thursdays. Do that cycle for 4 more weeks and build up that consistency. You're also going to build a whole batch of content that you can repurpose again and again and again. But don't go and trying to do it all at once, because you're going to burn out and you're going to get exhausted and you're going to want to give up. So while I say mimic those that you want to be like, make sure that you are going at your own pace and that you are creating that consistency so that you can show up, so that you can stick to it, so that it is a realistic time frame for you. And then number 4, don't create everything. This kind of goes with number 2. Don't create everything. Now, I say that if you want to go ahead and snag your handles on all the social media platforms, go ahead and do that. That way you're guaranteed to have those handles. Those were not an option when I was starting out, because some people had my handles and now they don't anymore, and I've already established and I can't go back and change them, and it's really a nightmare. But if you have something super specific to you, go ahead and claim your handles. For those of you guys who don't know, my biz bestie is Nicole Kringstad. She owns that protein place. Put that there. I'll link it below. When she decided that she was going to launch that protein place, she decided that she was going to just go and grab all the handles while she could. Took her about a year to launch everything, from the time she took the handles to the time that she was like, okay, we're in business, yay. She didn't post, she didn't share. She was in the background. She was building, she was networking, she was getting things together before she officially launched, but she went and got all of her handles. Now she is consistently and only consistently posting on Instagram because she is still in the baby stages of transitioning to this business, which is super amazing and I'm super proud of her. And it's been a huge success for her right out the gate because she spent that time networking and creating content and creating things in the background. It is a brick and mortar business, so it is not online, but it's super awesome. And if you're in North Dakota, I suggest you check it out. She's phenomenal. But she went and grabbed all of her handles. Does that mean that she's using all of her handles? No, it does not. She's not using Facebook right now. She's not using TikTok. She's not on Instagram. She doesn't have all of her emails going out right now. She doesn't have all of that. She's focusing on one platform at a consistent schedule and sharing so that you guys can see all the amazingness. So don't create everything at once and try to go gung ho because you will burn out and you'll be like, oh my gosh, this is awful. I hate this. How do all these people do it? We do it with teams of people who help us. We also have a consistent backlog of content that we can pull from to make our lives easier because we stayed consistent. We built up to this point. There was absolutely no way almost 7 years ago that I would be on all of these platforms all of the time because it would be overwhelming and I had a tiny human and it just wasn't possible. One platform, consistently focused, consistently showing up, building loyalty, building followers, building a network, and then expanding from there. So, how do you shortcut your business? You stay in your lane and you focus and you consistently build again and again and again versus trying to do it all, burning out, trying to do a little bit, burning out, trying to do more and burning out. So rather than stop and start and stop and start and stop and start and stop and start, you want to make sure that you are doing building block after building block after building block, like the solid foundation that I teach in my Business Builders bundle. You can see that right there. You can check it out in the link below. I teach exactly what you need in order to build a solid foundation for your business, step by step, so that you are not starting at the end and then trying to work your way back, trying to figure out how to make it all happen. You're not throwing spaghetti at the wall, trying to see what sticks. You're actually learning the exact process that you need in order to make a success of your mompreneur business. I also teach mom life management in there so that you're not overwhelmed with having to choose between family life and work life. I talk about all of the intertwinings and balancing act of all of that in there. I teach content creation, branding, marketing, all of it in the Business Builders bundle. So check that out if that's something that you're looking to add to your business building life. If you haven't already done so, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Go ahead and ding that bell because new content comes out every Monday at 9. That's what I've got for you. 4 shortcuts for your business success. Number 1, follow those you want to be like. Adapt, don't steal, adapt. Number 2, slow and steady, building up those followings, building that consistency. Number 3, creating consistency. Pick your days, show up, don't overwhelm yourself, which leads me to number 4, don't create everything at once because you're going to burn out. So don't burn out, be amazing, and I will see you guys right back here next Monday. Bye.